Everyone, we will call this the July 10th Tippecanoe County Drainage Board meeting to order. First thing on the agenda is the approval of some minutes.
Mr. President, I'll make the motion. We approve the minutes from the May 1st, 2024 meeting as submitted.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Projects, we got a bunch of them. Peninsula.
Good morning.
There's a little button to push. The little red light on.
It's blinking.
Yep.
Means the battery's dead.
I can talk about
Go.
it. Okay, yeah, what's the time worth? Morning, I'm Christian Buckley here with T-Bird Design, here to seek approval for the Peninsula Point Flats project. Tara, do you have visuals on this? That one might be fine, if there's a site plan. Couple of sheets. Actually, that one might be a good one right there. So this site is located at the southeast corner of the intersection of 231 and DMP, currently a vacant lot adjacent to some farm fields. The site in question is bordered by Elliott Ditch to the southwest and Weehaw Creek to the south. There is floodplain imposed on the site by Weehaw Creek and Elliott Ditch both, although the one from Weehaw does back up into Elliott, hence that'll be the controlling interest here. We've coordinated all this with Zach and Mr. Burke. I think everyone's on board with this. Yeah. There is also a vegetative buffer that will remain along Elliott Ditch per IDM requirements. It's a 50-foot buffer that will not be touched at any point in time during construction. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, that's the site. Yeah, current land use is vacant. The important things really are the floodplain and that vegetative buffer. Tara, can you go to the site plan, please? There you go. Okay. So the site itself is 9 multifamily buildings with a total of 180 units. And will be a clubhouse on site as well as a maintenance building and all the typical multifamily complex amenities. Yeah. Sanitary sewer and water, both City of Lafayette. Storm sewer will be collected on site through typical stormwater conveyance methods. It'll go through an aquasoil treatment unit, and then it discharges in the direction of Weehaw Creek following existing drainage patterns. We will have erosion control and energy dissipators at the outfall just so we don't have a bunch of erosion as we head down towards Weehaw Creek. But we are intending to follow all existing drainage patterns as much as possible out here. To my mind, that's all the important aspects of the site. Zach, do you have anything to add on that?
Just real quickly, just real quickly, it does direct discharge in the Weehaw, which Christian may have said, but other than that, we are recommending construction approval as stated on the July 2nd, 2024 review memo. I'm happy to answer any questions, but they are in compliance with the ordinance.
Okay, thank you.
And Zach, you said this does discharge directly? It doesn't even...
Correct. There's no detention at all.
But it doesn't go into the Elliott before?
Correct. It will discharge directly to Weehaw.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? Not, we'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, I would move that we grant construction approval for the Peninsula Point Flats per the Burke memo dated July 2nd, 2024.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second for approval. All in favor say aye.
You want
Aye.
public opinion?
Oh, any public opinion? Okay. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? That passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Round Table Drive extension.
Hello, my name is Nigel Hensley with Kinley Horn. Our office is at 101 Foundry Drive in West Lafayette, Indiana, 47906. The project that we are presenting today and requesting for construction approval is Roundtable Drive Extension. Roundtable Drive Extension is an extension of the existing Roundtable Drive within the Hadley Moores subdivision. It will extend east towards the newly constructed Yeager Road. The road is a part of the previously approved master plan regional wet pond that was approved with the Buckingham Research Village Section 1 project. The road extension just includes storm sewer that will convey the 10-year storm sewer or storm water from the road into the wet pond. And as I've mentioned, the wet pond will provide water quantity and water quality treatment for this road. I believe that's everything for this road. In terms of drainage, again, we are requesting construction approval. Happy to answer any questions.
Good, thank you. Zach?
Yeah, again, they are in compliance with our stormwater drainage ordinance, and we are recommending construction approval as stated on the June 25th, 2024 review memo. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Board have any questions? I guess the one question I have, Zach, is we were talking down the Simeon Yeager, which deals with Buckingham, but there you can read.
Yep. Yeah, so it says Grant Cole on there, and Nigel, correct me if I'm wrong, but 2 months ago, because the June Drainage Board was canceled, but when you guys submitted the petitions originally, one of them had the wrong name, and this one is to clean that name up, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And so and a vacation is the small branch to the south there?
Okay.
Because this one's a vacation petition, right?
Yeah, the vacation will
Yeah.
include all the Simeon
Okay,
Yeager.
Yeah. So yes, as I'd mentioned, it was to clean up the scrivener's error on the name. That name should be Simeon Yeager on that, is not the Grant Cole, so.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay. Any comments from the public? If not, we'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we grant construction approval for the Roundtable Drive Extension Project per the Burke memo dated 6/25/24.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second for construction approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. All right, let's go to Blue Fox and County Road 400.
Again, hello, my name is Nigel with Kinley Horn. Our office is at 101 Foundry Drive, West Lafayette, Indiana, 47906. This project entails two projects. The County Road 400 trailer parking will be a 22-acre compacted gravel asphalt parking lot that will convey stormwater to the west towards a designed regional planned wet pond. And then the Blue Fox development at the southwest corner will be a warehousing, manufacturing type building that will also have its stormwater drained north to the regional wet pond. Existing conditions has stormwater flowing from the east to the west through the industrial park there to the west. There is previously approved plans that account for the 33 acres that are currently draining there. There is a small portion along the east boundary that continues east, and that will continue in the proposed improvements. This project does include a major subdivision for the Blue Fox parcel, and we are currently going through that major subdivision process. For the wet pond, we are meeting the special drainage impact area for the Southwest Elliott watershed, where we are reduced for the 100-year release rate to 0.13 CFS per acre. So in the interim condition, and to our understanding, the County Road 500 East project is also ongoing. We are in coordination with the County Highways consultant for any culvert improvements, road connections, those types of things. And the pond will also be coordinated with those road improvements as well. Currently, there's no outlet for the site other than just ponding in the depressional area just east of County Road 500 East, where it overtops the road in any significant rain events. In the interim conditions, we are proposing to continue this existing drainage patterns, but while also meeting our release rate. However, in the proposed improvements, when the culvert is installed with the County Road 500 East project, water will flow under the road where it continue through the dry ponds and the industrial park. So we are requesting construction approval for the Blue Fox County Road 400 trailer parking regional wet pond.
Okay, thank you. Zach, any comments?
Yeah, just real quick to highlight, I think the three most important issues. Number one, they're in compliance with the stormwater drainage ordinance overall, and we are recommending construction approval as stated on the June 28th, 2024 meeting minute. The second is, as Nigel stated, they are in compliance with the drainage impact area and the more strict release rates, which Nigel just talked about in detail. And then thirdly, the interim conditions as far as the County Road 500 East project. They have an interim and then a full build-out solution. And we have met with Nigel and his team and the county highway, and so there is coordination there. But those are, I think, the three bullet points of this project. With that said, I'm happy to answer any questions, but would recommend construction approval.
Okay, thank you, Zach. Anyone in the public want to speak about this project? Any of the members have any questions?
No, sir.
Mr. President, I'll make the motion, we grant construction approval for the Blue Fox and County Road 400 South Trailer Parking Project according to the Burke memo dated 6/28/24.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for construction approval. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. All right, Compass Flats.
Hello, my name is Nigel with Kinley Horn. Our address is 101 Foundry Drive, West Lafayette, Indiana, 47906. This project that we are requesting construction approval for is Compass Flats. It's a multifamily project located at the southeast corner of Creasy Lane and McCarty Lane. There is a wet pond being proposed with the project to provide water quantity and water quality. That'll just be north of the Burberry Drive, private drive right there. Stormwater will flow from the north to the south there, and then out release to the east towards the Treese Meadows legal drain. We've been coordinating with Zach and his team regarding the legal drain. There will be some petitions coming up later in this meeting to reduce the legal drain easement, to encroach the legal drain easement, and to also to maintain the portion of the legal drain easement within the proposed property here. The project is located within the city of Lafayette, but again, we are releasing into the Treese Meadows legal drain, so we are requesting construction approval from the Drainage Board. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
So, thank you, Nigel. As Nigel stated, it is in the city of Lafayette, so the Drainage Board's approving discharge into the original Treese Meadows relief drain. I do want to point out a couple things. First of all, the bottom width riprap apron, I want to draw your attention to that because I fully expect the riprap to go across the channel to protect against erosion of the bottom of that channel. So please make sure that happens. And that is item number 2 under stormwater quantity on the July 3rd, 2023 review memo. Other than that, we have a couple petitions and a maintenance agreement that I have met with Nigel on, and we've discussed it at length, and they are good to go, and we will approve those in just a few minutes, but would recommend approval as presented.
And it's conditional approval, correct?
Yes, sorry, yes, conditional approval.
Okay. Anyone from the public want to speak on this project? Any questions from the board?
No, sir. Mr. President, I would move for conditional approval of the Compass Flats project as outlined in the memo dated from Burke dated July 3rd, 2024.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for conditional approval. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That passes.
Thank you.
You can sit down now. All right, Hickory Ridge, Phase 4.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Doug Hall with Vester and Associates, located at 309 Columbia Street, Suite 101. We have before you a retread of an old subdivision. Hickory Ridge was originally designed and approved back in 2004, but due to economic conditions over the last couple of decades, it was tabled and changed hands several times. As originally planned, this was a 40-lot subdivision draining into the existing pond in Phase 3 there at the west end. But in this iteration, we've had to create our own drainage basin on this property, which we have accomplished. And also, we are now down to 37 lots plus one outlot for the outlet pond itself. And we've worked extensively with consultants and the city. City of Lafayette, in this case, is providing sewer and water services for this development. And are meeting all the requirements for drainage approval and request your conditional approval. Happy to answer any other questions you may have.
Okay, thank you. Zach?
Doug, I want to draw your attention to items 3, 4, and 5 under stormwater quantity. 3 is in regards to the emergency spillway, generally speaking, for several lots. I won't identify all of them, but 4 is in regards to the minimum lowest adjacent grade, and then the steep ravines is number 5. So please make sure that gets taken care of. Those are 3 big ones.
Those were answered
Yeah,
just
okay.
this Monday, so
Okay.
hopefully we'll
Very
have
good.
everything squared away.
We'll follow up on that. We are recommending conditional approval as stated on the July 3rd, 2024 memo.
Okay, thank you. Anyone from the public want to talk about this project? Any questions from the board?
Mr. President, I'll make a motion we grant conditional approval for the Hickory Ridge Phase 4 project according to the Burke memo dated July 3rd, 2024.
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second for conditional approval. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? That passes. All right, we got some petitions. We got a petition for encroachment on the 100 Southwest Elliott.
Yes, this one's for the wash and roll car wash, which is located immediately off of Creasy Lane. Can't remember the name of the road. Goes back to B. There you go. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Goes back to B-dubs, BW30s. So I would recommend approval as presented.
So moved.
So yours was a motion? I'll second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to approve this petition for encroachment. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Now another one for a vacation at 89 Simeon Yeager.
Yes, this one is in regards to the Buckingham project and the Round Table Drive project we just spoke about. And as I mentioned, this one was actually presented in May, but due to Scrivener's error on the name, it was resubmitted, and so we'd recommend approval as presented.
Okay, I'll make a motion we grant that petition for vacation as stated.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve this vacation. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? That passes. Another petition for encroachment on the 100 Southwest Elliott and a petition for reduction on the 100 Southwest Elliott.
So, just for the meeting minutes, it's SW Elliott, not Southwest Elliott.
Okay.
That is a common error, but I do want to make sure that's cleaned up. But this is for the Compass Flats project we just approved, the board just approved. So one is for the reduction of the 75-foot easement down to 30-foot, which is allowed by state statute. And then the second encroachment petition is, or the second petition is for encroachment upon the 30-foot regulated drain easement. And we have reviewed both and I'd recommend approval as presented.
And Zach, can you show those on the map?
Sure. Terry, can you bring that back up? At the very bottom, Terry. Did you, is that it? It's there you go.
You want that, or you want the picture of the...
Yeah, there's an exhibit right there at the bottom. You had to scroll down. There you go. So the overall project lies just east of Creasy Lane and just north of Burberry Drive or Place. So what we're looking at here is immediately east of Creasy, on the south end of the project, immediately east of Creasy, along Burberry Place. And if you drive along Burberry Place to the east, you'll come to the Treese Meadows regulated drain. And so you can see the Treese Meadows is located on the right-hand side of this photograph we're looking at, which is the east side of the property. So we're talking about everything from the top of bank of that ditch to the west. So by statute, from the top of bank, there's a 75-foot right of entry or drainage easement from the top of the bank. So what they're doing is they're requesting to reduce the easement from 75 foot down to 30. And then within that 30 foot, you can see they're encroaching with the parking lot there on the north end, the trash, the dumpster pad, which is immediately south of the parking lot there on the north end. I don't have a laser pointer, it's not currently working, but hopefully my verbal description makes sense. And then the entrance coming in off of Burberry is somewhat within that. So we have reviewed this. It's a very short stretch. We can get machinery between the entrance and the top of bank to work basically from Burberry going north up to the the dumpster trash pad and the parking lot, and then that area is squeezed down quite well, but it's a very short distance, around 100 feet approximately.
It's just that hashtag, error hash area. Right.
Yeah, the very north end of this exhibit is where I'm talking about. But we can jump across on the east side of the ditch and finish, dredging and doing whatever we need to do from that side. So I don't see any, obviously it's tight, but for whatever reason, it's tighter than we would normally approve. However, on the east side, when Burberry Place or Burberry Apartments was approved and platted, for whatever reason, the Drainage Board at that time let them go up to about 10 foot with their parking. And so it's hard to tell them otherwise when we got it on their side. The other benefit here is that this ditch is not as deep as the Treese Meadows relief drain. And so 10, 15 foot, I think, is sufficient to get in there and debrush if we ever have to, mainly dredging. There is a maintenance agreement that will be presented to the board just here in a couple seconds that requires this property to mow this section of ditch as a condition of allowing the encroachment. So, which is consistent with other projects. So all this is consistent with other projects that the board has approved in the past. I don't see any huge problems. It's not ideal, but it will work.
And then, Zach, if the city has issues with the proximity of that pond to Creasy Lane,
Yes.
would that have any impact on what we're
No.
doing here? Okay.
No. That is solely an issue with the city, and off of Creasy Lane has no bearing whatsoever on this subject.
Thank you.
Okay, good questions. Any others? No, entertain a motion?
Mr. President, I'd move that we grant the petition for encroachment and the petition for reduction for the Compass Flats project and the Treese Meadows regulated drain.
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second to approve this encroachment and the reduction. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? That passes. We got some bonds to go.
Yes. First is the performance bond for Stonehenge subdivision. This is for some seeding and some erosion control that still needs to be done. It's for in the amount of $5,000. I recommend approval as presented.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor of approving this performance bond, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That pass.
Next is a performance bond for Mann Brothers Convenience Store. This is the same. They had some final grading that they needed to do and some seeding and some cleaning out of structures, water quality structure that still needed to be done. And so we allowed them to file a performance bond in the amount of $10,000 so that they could go ahead and get their certificate of occupancy. So I'd recommend approval as presented.
So moved?
Second.
Motion and a second to approve this performance bond. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? That passed.
Next is similar in nature. That's a performance bond for Wabash Loft Apartments in West Lafayette off of Paramount Lake Shore Drive. It's also in the amount of $10,000, and it's also so that they could get their certificate of occupancy and then come back and work on the seating and some other cleanup items that were on our punch list. I'd recommend approval as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve this performance bond. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? That passed.
Next is a maintenance bond number 3305006 for Wabash Loft Apartments. It's in the amount of $42,154.72. I would also recommend approval as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve this maintenance bond. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? That passed.
And then lastly, we have a maintenance agreement that I referred to earlier for Compass Flats LLC. As I mentioned, this is for the board allowing them to encroach within the 30-foot. Then this is a trade-off. The board expects the owner to mow and care for the ditch. And this maintenance agreement spells that out. I'd recommend approval as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve this maintenance agreement. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? That passed. You good?
I have no further comment.
All right. Any public comment? If not,